Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Tuesday afternoon here in the Eastern time zone of the USA. It's time for Tuesdays with Tim and Jeff. Jeff is off today. Hopefully he's maybe on the radio. Could be on his lunch break, not sure. But so I'm going to fly solo today. But we have lots to talk about, and I want to get right to it. Hard hats. It's antenna season, and that means it's time for hard hats. Anytime there is a tower climber up on a pole, up on a tower, everybody that is within 10 feet of the tower needs to have a hard hat on. And why? Because things fall. Things fall and they can damage your head. And if any of you have had something happen to your head, you know it bleeds like crazy. So make sure you have your hard hat. And if you need some DX Engineering stickers, just send me an email and we'll send you some DX Engineering stickers so you can get yourself all tricked out on your hard hat. Wear the hard hats. Go get them. They're not expensive. There's lots of stores that sell them. Go get them. All right. Now, we are working on verticals here at K3LR, 80-meter verticals in particular, and I hope to have some video on Friday for the weekend special of tuning the verticals here at K3LR in a 4-square array, which is something that we are going to get better at documenting. Our manuals for our 4-square controllers are quite good, but we've determined that there are some hints and kinks that really can be helpful to amateurs as you install your 4-square vertical arrays. So, favorite piece of test gear, this is the AA230 zoom from Rig Expert, and it is just a super device for measuring antennas and feed lines. And so what I'm going to do with the Rig Expert, see, the way the Rig Expert works is it tells you the impedance or the SWR or the return loss right here. Well, what if you have a little 10-foot, 12-foot jumper that goes on to here? You're no longer, you want to know what's on the other end. So when we're doing the verticals outside, I'm going to be using this 12-foot jumper. This is RG400, and we got the professionally installed DX Engineering PL259s on the end. So if I hook one end up to the Rig Expert, like we're doing here, okay, and then I'm going to hook the other end of the cable up to the vertical that I'm going to measure the impedance. Now, the Rig Expert is not going to tell me the impedance here unless I do something about it. I want to know the impedance here. I don't want to know the impedance here. So what this is called is moving the reference plane. Moving the reference plane. Right now, the reference plane is here. I want the reference plane to be here because this is the impedance I want to know about. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that, and it's real simple and easy, and it's very well documented in the manual that comes with the Rig Expert. I want to say hello to some of our viewers, and we got our friend Dino, KL0S. He's talking to John, AA1K, about towers. Well, that's great. John is one of the best tower professionals out there. Great guy. I heard John this morning on 160 meters. We were working some DX before the sun came up. So not only is John very good on towers, he's got a ton of countries in the 330, 335 area on 160 meters. And I think he is on just about every morning. We got 2 Echo 0 Radio Echo Echo and our friend Michael, W3MLJ, and Kilo Golf 6 Yankee Tango Golf. And let's see, November Juliet 4 Zulu says he's got a binder full of stickers. Well, give them out to your friends, John. And our good friend Ray Higgins, W2RE, says a hard hat is a must. And Ray is a tough guy. Look at his picture there. He's a real tough guy. But a wrench drops down and lands on his head, and suddenly he's in the hospital as a tough guy bleeding. So wear the hard hat. And John says he just got an AA 600 from DX Engineering last week. The rig experts are great. And we have Kilo Bravo 3 Tango India Bravo, John. And Travis. Travis, I tried to send you the check-in list on Sunday, and I used this email address that I'm on now, and I see everything bounce. So I will get you, maybe you already have the list, the way that collapses down. But let me know if you got it. If you got it, great. If not, we'll get it to you. But W3TMB, great to have you on. So we're going to move the reference plane to here. That is our object. And how do we do it? All right, I'm going to show you. So we power up the zoom. And because this is a very important project, I went ahead and put new batteries in, because the last thing you want is to have weak batteries in a project that you're doing and then realize that your readings might not be correct. So I always, when we're doing a project, I always put new batteries in. I mean, it's 4 AAAs. It's not a big deal. All right. So we're setting it to calibrate. Calibrate. All right. And so we say yes to that. And it says the calibration is not active. And it says press F2 to activate, or press the check mark to recalibrate. So we're going to recalibrate. We don't have a calibrate, so we're going to recalibrate. Here we go. So we press the check mark, and it says, please prepare the open, short, and load calibration standards. Then press the check mark. Okay, so I have an open here. Here's my open. It's just an SO239 with nothing connected to it. I have a short. So you can see that the center conductor is shorted to the outside. So that's the short. And then I have a 50 ohm load. And underneath this cap is a 50 ohm high precision resistor. This is perfectly 50 ohms. So those are the 3 things that I have to have to move the reference plane to calibrate to here. And so we're going to hit the check mark again. Okay. And it says connect the open. Connect the open and then hit the check mark. So we connect the open. The open is now connected. See there? There we go. And so now we hit the check mark. And it's now collecting data on the open. All right. So we're going to give it a minute here. Travis, thank you for QSLing that you got it. And if you ever need help again, I'm ready, willing, and able. Heard everybody on the statewide net on Sunday morning. Worked out real well. So it's collecting the data on the open. And now let's see what it says. Step 2 of 3, connect a short calibration standard and then press the check mark. So here we go with the short. Change out the, take the open off. We put the short on. And now we've got the short on. So the short is on, and we're ready to go ahead and hit the check mark again. So now it's collecting data on the short. It's not real easy to see that short, but it is shorted right across there. So we're moving the reference plane to the end of this test cable, which is what we're going to hook to the base of the vertical. And then we want to stand away from the vertical so that we don't influence the measurements. And we hope to have some video of that for you on Friday. So let's see what we get here now. We're on step 2 of 3. And it says, now connect the load calibration standard. So here comes the load. And let's put the load on. I'm going to take the short off first. And then this is a good 50 ohm resistor, non-inductive. Okay, can't be inductive. So this is the 50 ohm load. We go ahead and we hit the check mark again. And now it's collecting the data on the load. This is a 50 ohm load. Now, if we were doing things that we wanted reference to 75 ohms, we'd use a 75 ohm load. But in this case, we want to reference it to 50 ohms, although the verticals that we'll be measuring are in the range of 36 ohms, but that still moves the reference plane right to here. And we have 50 ohm cable, so that's why we use the 50 ohm load. And it says now calibration is active. Okay, so we hit the exit. And when we go, we're going to be using the all parameters. Notice that the cal is on down in the lower part of the screen. The cal is on. So we are ready to go to measure the verticals on Thursday, and should be lots of fun. So let's see who else is on here. We've got N8TUW is on, and DL6 Radio Delta Echo from Bavaria is on. Always nice to have folks in from Germany. And let's see, Joe Eisenberg, K0NEB, he's wiring his DX Engineering remote coax switch today. That's the cat in the hat. And Joe, nice to have you on today. And from Brazil, Papa Uniform 1, Mike Papa Juliet, and Lima Whiskey 1, Hotel Charlie, Germany from Argentina. And thanks very much, amigo. And we also have Sugar Victor 2, Charlie Lima, Japan, on from Greece. And Dave Scott says, great analyzer. I have the same one. I also have an old one, which is also very good, but analog. And then there's John. You all need to sell reference kits as an option for the Rig Expert. You're absolutely, you're reading our minds. We have that under development now, so you'll be able to buy these loads so that you can do your calibration. But now, once we put the once we hook this up to the vertical, it's going to tell me the SWR and the impedance right at the end of this 12-foot jumper, which is great. That's what I want to know. And let's see. Andy says great info. Keith says I ordered a Cushcraft A27010 antenna from DX Engineering. Have some missing parts. I've sent 2 emails to DX Engineering and have not heard back. Well, I tell you what, Keith, we do everything we can to email you back. Hopefully you've checked your spam folder, but Keith, if you give me your call sign, I will make sure that somebody gets in touch with you here this afternoon. Let's see. And Skip Longpath is in our R&D department, so he says we're working on that. And John says if you're lucky, you can work the tall guy at K3MJW, which is a bonus station in the PA QSO party this weekend when I'm not tending to the chicken in the smoker. And John, K3STL, great to have you on. And this coming weekend, the Pennsylvania QSO party is going to be a blast. And K3MJW is a bonus station. And just Google PA QSO party. It'll take you right to the website, and you can find out more information. Starts at noon on Saturday. And what a great event. We have Bill, Alpha Echo 4 Oscar Yankee, and Sugar Mike 0 Yankee Oscar Lima from Sweden. And Mark, M0DXR, one of the operators here at K3LR, has this crying baby causing QRM, but Mark, I'm sure you're able to hear everything through it. And Michael says, on average, how much will an 80-meter 4-square cost? Well, Mike, that's a hard question because it depends upon what you use for the vertical radiators. They can be somewhat inexpensive just to get the 4-square box and to get the cables and everything. But if you have to start from scratch with verticals, it can be very expensive. So You just start loading stuff in your cart. Look at the manuals for the Comtech 4-square controller and also the DX Engineering TFS controller, and that will give you an idea. And Keith is Whiskey Delta 4 Papa Tango Juliet, and I see Melanie is on. So Melanie will make sure that we reach out to you, Keith, and help you get those parts from MFJ. And let's see, we got Whiskey Bravo 3 Lima Hotel Delta. Ron is checking in, and good to have you on, Ron. I was on for the California QSO party last weekend and made some great QSOs on 40 and 20 meters. Very disappointing that 15 really didn't open, and of course 10, you know, but there's always hope, and hope that we get some sunspots here and that the bands calm down a little bit. There's been, the K index has been elevated, and that has caused some trouble. We were on 40 meters last night and talked to our friend Angel, Whiskey Papa 3 Radio. And of course, we'll be on Zoom tonight with Angel for the Radio Club of America's interview series at 9 o'clock. And you can find out more information about that by going to the Radio Club of America, that's all one word, radioclubofamerica.org website, and you can get signed up. And Angel will be giving a virtual tour of the Arecibo complex. And so I've had the virtual tour, I've had the real tour, I've had the behind the scenes tour down there, and all those tours are great. The virtual tour is amazing. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern time, just go to radioclubofamerica.org. And WD8 Juliet Mike, Jeff is on. He says DXE is the best. And thanks very much, Jeff. We try really, really hard. Sometimes an email gets into the wrong place. As you can imagine, our email box gets pretty jammed, but we do our best. And if you don't hear from us, give us a call, and we'll do everything we can to help you out. And let's see, Reinhardt's on. Delta Hotel 3, November Alpha Bravo, Mr. RF Kit. And I think we will have Reinhardt on for a manufacturer showcase here soon, I hope. And we've got Kilo India 4 Alpha Charlie Charlie. And we also have Greg Vatt, November Charlie 0 Bravo. And he's already signed up. Greg is a member of RCA. And Greg, great that you will be on for the tour tonight. And I'll be asking some questions and interviewing Angel, and I've done that before, and it's a lot of fun. And we will record it so that if you can't see it live tonight, and of course you can ask questions tonight, that's the great thing, we will have a recording. Alpha Delta 5 Lima United, and the Arizona QSO party is this weekend. That is a good point, Alan. So Alpha Charlie 2 Kilo, and thank you very much for that. And Kilo Quebec 4 Bravo Radio, Whiskey 6 Golf Foxtrot in Union City, California. And Ray said he just ordered W2RE. He just ordered the low band systems filters, and he's looking forward to testing. So Ray, I'm sure you will like them. And if you have any questions, give us a holler, and we'll take care of you. And let's see. November 3, Lima Yankee is in the break room at D'Onofrio's at the grocery store. So that's a good place to be watching the show. So that's what we have for this week. Don't forget the Pennsylvania QSO party this weekend. Lots of activity, and it's going to be a fun time, whether you're in the state or out of the state. So just get on the air and have some fun. On speaking of low band systems, I'm glad you mentioned that, Ray, because this Thursday I will have Andre on for the manufacturer showcase from Low Band Systems from Moscow. So it'll be very cool. We'll have some DX on with us here. We also have Kilo Papa 4 Lima Radio in the chat room. And then Friday will be the weekend special at 4 o'clock Eastern time. That's 20 Zulu. And I hope to have some great videos to show you of using the Rig Expert to tune the 80-meter verticals. And so Kilo Echo 8 Charlie Victor Alpha, Terry, nice to have you in here. And Kilo 8 Charlie Victor Mike, also you, Chuck. So that's it for Tuesday. Hopefully Jeff will be back with me next Tuesday. And if you have any questions, just email dxengineering@dxengineering.com, or you can send them to me, k3lr@k3lr.com, and we'll help you however we can, or give us a call, and or check out the website. The website's got the deal of the week. It's a BHI speaker, 20% off. That's a good deal. So check that out. That's it for this Tuesday, 73 from K3LR and DX Engineering.